I'm not going to beat around the bush, Aquarius. Look, the month does start off with some rather difficult transits for you, but I am the bringer of good news. I'm Dadhichi from astrology.com.au. Some of you know me, some of you don't. If you're new here, welcome. I'm just going to give you a very brief synopsis. I don't want to bore you with all the technical details. November 2015 is the month in focus. Our theme right now, for those of you that are new, is self-empowerment and how these transits are actually used to, lift your spirits, give you an insight in yourself, and to ultimately improve the quality of your life. If you get a chance, study the introduction. Last month, as well as this month, you'll get it in context. And why I say it's a difficult month for you, and sometimes difficult is good because it challenges you to do things differently. Moon commences its transit in Cancer in the 6th house with Jupiter, Venus and Mars in the 8th house. Two first-rate negative, what's considered negative sectors of the horoscope. But at the same time, you've got the Sun and on the 2nd of November, Mercury moving to the 10th house of career. So this is the sign of Scorpio and definitely the most powerful angle of the zodiac, bringing with it opportunities for you in the work sense. Mars and Venus may have been, I guess, knocking the shine off that opportunity because the 8th house is, really delving into the problems of life. It's the transformative aspects of life. Once we're able to clear the decks of those things that are inhibiting us. It's the sexual house. So all of those distractions. But on the 9th and then on the 13th, Venus and Mars respectively move out of this negative area into the 9th house of your horoscope. So that's bringing the energy up much higher, taking it out of that area. It still leaves Jupiter there to do some work for you. That's a bit of a tough one because Jupiter's your finance planet, so you'll still be a little bit preoccupied with that, but at least you can lift your energies to a much more confident view of the reason why those things are the way they are. There's a new moon on the 12th that takes place also in your career sector, so I think on balance this is going to be one of the big focuses for you throughout November. A new change. A new way of doing things in your work. There could also, for some of you, be new employers coming into the picture. So if one boss leaves, another boss arrives. Of course, you're cheering, yay, but then once all of the celebrations stop, you realise the hard work of adjusting to that person and their new method of doing things. So it's good / question mark. Mercury, however, up there, it moves very, very quickly through your career sector this month, up until the 21st. So from the 2nd to the 21st, it's in your career sector. Then it quickly moves out of there. It's a very good planet for you into the 11th house of social activities, fully aspecting your 5th house of love affairs and also speculation. So that money theme is still there. And it gives you the intellectual, use the word courage maybe, to go out and do something different, meet new people, take a punt financially, take a gamble on something if you want. But certainly once it gets past that conjunction to Saturn, let me have a look at that, on the 25th, there's a bit of a serious tone to this conjunction, but that's going to ease up as soon as it passes the Saturn conjunction. That's one of your ruling planets as well, by the way. Then we see on the 26th the moon in Gemini, that 5th house again, which is very, very powerful. So a shift again to this area of relationships, social activities, thereabouts. And I think that's going to be a good one for you, the opportunity to maybe realise, if you've been friends with someone maybe, there could be a realisation that there's maybe a little bit more going on there than you at first thought. On the surface, I won't tell anyone though, except everyone that's listening to this. Seriously, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you've got to be careful of that too, because you may not want a friendship to actually cross that line, and then that can create a whole lot of other confusion for you. But anyhow, So just following on, there's a few other aspects towards the end of the month there, such as the square aspect to Neptune. That could throw into the mix a bit of confusion. That's happening in your financial houses. That could, because it comes from the social sector of your horoscope, indicate a warning that you must not mix your social activities with money. Friendships and money, it's not a good mix. Be careful of that one. Powerful sextile aspect on the 26th between Mercury and Mars. Mars again is your career ruler and also the contract ruler. So that's very powerful, and coming from Sagittarius, that can fulfill you. If you've been waiting for some documentation or lease or something like that, then this is a positive omen for those sorts of things. Last two aspects of the month aren't too easy. Sun to Neptune, again, more of the same, bit of confusion there from the friendships. But that last one's important, Sun to Saturn. As I mentioned at the outset, your health needs to be watched. There could be some problems there ensuing from that. The Sun-Saturn combination weighs heavily, more responsibilities. And for some of you, there could be some need to contact an older male figure, maybe your father or an employer who may have health problems themselves. I hope you'll join me next month for the last forecast for the year, December. In the meantime, check out astrology.com.au. You can subscribe here at the channel, and I look forward to your company next time. Bye-bye.